It's my rimfire rifle. I've only got one rimfire rifle. It's the CZ 3-barrel combo, CZ 455, CZ in Australia. And this is a really well made rifle. Like, I mean, CZ, I have to say, the only CZ that I've ever had, but yeah, very well made, I have to say. The bolt, you know, I tested out quite a few rimfire rifles before I bought this one, and listen to that. Hardly any sound, because it is just so smooth. It's just insanely smooth, and the tolerance, that bolt only moves a weird little bit side to side or up and down. It's very tightly, you know, the tolerance is excellent and smooth as and reliable. Never had an issue with it. It's empty. Never had an issue with it. So, pardon me, and I've put quite a few rounds through this of various brands of 22 long rifle and never ever had an issue with it. Pardon me. Now, when I bought this, the 3-barrel combo, it was about 1100 Australian. They have dropped a bit in price. I think probably because people finally figured out, like me, that you buy something with 3 barrels, but guess what? You end up using 1 barrel. In fact, I don't even use those 3 barrels. I bought this aftermarket. It's the heavy barrel. It was about $300 Australian from the Winchester Australia inventory. For whatever reason, Winchester Australia takes care of CZ's inventory, or CZ's marketed through Winchester Australia. I'm not sure what the relationship is. I think Beretta might actually own everything anyway, but let's see. So I bought the 3-barrel combo and I just don't use them, you know, I just don't. All I use is this heavy barrel 22 long rifle, and in actual fact I thought that by getting this heavy barrel that my accuracy would increase substantially. It didn't. Not because this is not an accurate barrel, but because those skinny barrels that they come with are actually really accurate. So it was a bit of waste of money, but it looks pretty kick-ass, you know, I think, in my opinion, with the heavy barrel. Let's see. As per usual, whenever I get a rifle, I have to tinker with it and, you know, customize it to my preferences, you know. The first thing I did when I bought this was change the stock out, because the stocks that they come with, it is quite nice beechwood, you know. It's a nice stock. It's a nice looking stock. It actually, this is one of the few stocks, wooden rifle stocks that I got that the finish was actually not bad. Like, the amount of finish on it, usually they're a bit dry. This one is actually finished quite well. I never touched it. I haven't touched it up, so yeah, good on CZ. The checkering is quite smooth. You don't really get you don't get any purchase on it actually. It's quite the checkering's quite good, but it's quite slippery, strangely enough. So straight away changed the stock out. It's a Boyd's. When I bought it, it was called the Tactical. Yeah. But the whole word, you know, tactical nomenclature, like, you're not allowed to use the word tactical. It's evil, you know. Don't say anything's tactical. If I call this a tactical pencil, you know, the Australian government would probably ban it. You know, they're just so idiots, so real idiots. So they've actually changed the name of this stock to I think it's called the Pro Varmint. Yeah. But it's a really nice ergonomic stock, and you'll probably see this size of this butt pad and go, why have you got such a massive butt pad on a 22 long rifle? It's obviously not for recoil. It's just for length of pull, because like I said, you know, even this replacement stock, you know, it's kiddie size. Like that one's that one is really kitty size. I mean, have a look at the difference. That's that's how much I made up. A lot to get a decent length of pull on it, you know. So I put this massive. I suppose I could have done, but considering that I got the heavy barrel, there was no way that was going to fit in there, and I would have had to chew it out till there was like just nothing in there. So yeah, had to get a new stock anyway once I got the barrel. So that's what I've changed the stock. And I love Boyd's, you know, it is a laminated stock painted in this black finish, and changed the barrel out. Bought another barrel, and what else did I change in it? The trigger, the trigger is super light, like no creep, no nothing. You know, it's super smooth and very light, just really helps with accuracy. Now CZ, very intelligent, you know, smart business people. The original spring that was in it was just too heavy, like it was way too heavy, and so when I had a look online for replacement springs, guess what CZ have in their inventory? They have CZ spring kit for the 452, which is 452, 455. Yeah, same deal. Very smart. Yeah, they're very smart. You can buy a spring kit for us. You know, nothing wrong with that spring, but if you want to change it, we'll sell you a spring kit. Yeah, very crafty. Let's see, what else did I change on it? Well, if you know me at all, you'll know that I hate plastic, and the mag wells that they come with, I wouldn't even call it polymer. It's a piece of plastic, you know. So yeah, change that out. I bought you can get an alloy one, which I did. I bought an alloy mag well. Much prefer that. What else did I change on the bottom metal? I bought an alloy bottom metal, really nicely shaped. I think it really suits the stock because, and this is one of my big gripes, is predominantly with, or almost exclusively with, European rimfire rifles. Even some of the higher end rifles like Anschutz and Weihrauch, I don't know if they still do it because I haven't had bothered to look at them, but in the past, and I still think they do, they put these rubbish things on there. It's just, you know, it looks like it's laser cut and then pressed, you know, in a pressing jig, and it's just a piece of sheet steel, you know. I mean, especially with brands like Anschutz and Weihrauch, you're talking thousands of dollars for a rimfire rifle, and you get that rubbish. And these guys are the same. There's just something about the Europeans. They like putting this garbage on rimfires. I don't know why that is. You know, it's cheap, it works, but that's much nicer. You know, much nicer. So there you go. What else did I change? Yeah, I changed the trigger spring, and the trigger is just superb. You know, I have had a few guys shoot it who were bench resters, and they were actually quite impressed by that trigger. Yeah. So that, just changing that trigger spring, I thought I might have to hone some of the contacting surfaces on the trigger mechanism, but nah, it's really smooth. Like, it's just really smooth, very nice, you know, I have to say. What else did I change on it? Didn't really change much else, except that I put a rail down the bottom, just cheap. It cost me like, I think it's $5 from China, you know, the rail on there, so that I can put this quick detach bipod on there. It looks like an Atlas. It's not an Atlas, it's one of the Chinese ones, because I just, you know, it's only for 22, so there's no recoil going to be affecting the legs or anything. And I think this one was $50. Well, and I bought one after. Subsequently, I bought another one, and it was, I think, $40. You know, so for that price, and it's quick detach. You know, it's got the quick detach on it. So I mean, as opposed to, I don't know what Atlas are asking for theirs, something some ridiculous price, like $600 or something here in Australia. That's just insane. You know, I just can't warrant that. You know, and I've got the Burris full field E1, 4.5 to 14 on there. Fantastic scope. Yeah, Burris make good stuff. The reticles are just super fine. The clarity, yeah, very, very good scope. And it does look, you know, way too big for it, but this seems to suit this package way down, you know, right down to the ground. It's a really, really good setup. The whole package as it is, you know, I think I got it to where it's just perfect, you know, without doubt. The accuracy of these things, you know, CZ have always had a good name here in Australia and, you know, abroad. And the accuracy of, I'll tell you what this normally does with SK magazine, which is not, you know, premium ammunition by any stretch. This does clover leafs at 50 metres. You know, if you read the wind right, you know, if you've got no wind, then you'll definitely clover leaf it. And at 100 metres, it's, you know, it's an MOA. It does the MOA, or maybe a little bit bigger, bit smaller, round MOA at 100 metres. So, very accurate little rifle. Just really kick ass on rabbits. Perfect rabbit setup. Personally, I don't know if you can see that I've got some Velcro there. That's for the on-off switch for. I've got a light to shoot rabbits at night. Yeah, a really, really good setup. I have to say, highly recommend CZs. You know, this is the only one that I've owned, but if this is anything to go by, then yeah, just buy one. You know, like as I said again, what's really, really impressive is just how smooth the bolt is. That bolt, it's just yeah, getting a boner over that. No, I'm not. Yeah. So and the trigger with that, you change that trigger spring and I tell you, it's fantastic. Let's see. Now, I know I'm going to amuse a lot of people when I say that the reason I'm making this video is because I'm going to trade it in. Yeah, so you're going to be saying, well, if this thing's so crash hot, why are you selling it? Well, because I just can't justify having two, you know, 22s. And especially with this, you know, you've got a 22 mag barrel and you've got a 17 HMR barrel, and I just don't use them. So I might as well sell this to someone who can use them, wants to use them. Otherwise, those barrels are just going to sit in that safe forever. And yeah, another reason why I'm going to get rid of it is because the old stainless problem, you know, rust. I live in the tropics. I don't know if you can see where I'm sweating, but I live in the tropics, and the humidity is just, you know, that was another reason to change the trigger guard, because this trigger guard is actually, I don't know what the finishes of it's supposed to be on it, but it doesn't resist rust very well at all. You know, this thing, I don't know what that coating is on it, it's pretty crap, that gets rusty real quick. So it was just sitting in my safe with a dehumidifier there and everything, and rusted up. Yeah, so that's another reason to get rid of it. Funnily enough, CZ are now making stainless 455s. Yeah, now they're making stainless ones, the mongrels. After I buy one of these and kit it out and customise it to how I want it, they start making stainless ones. And you might ask, why don't you just buy a stainless CZ? Well, because I've got my heart set on another brand, and from all reports, they are a fantastic little rifle. I won't tell you which one it is. I'll let that be a surprise when I do a review of it. But in any case, this has been an excellent rifle. I highly recommend them. You know, in Australia, CZ sell, God, I don't know how many. You know, I wouldn't hazard a guess at how many of these things they've sold in Australia, because and Burno before them, you know, both. They've just got such a great reputation, and deservedly so. It's a really, really well put together little rifle. That, again, the bolt is just super smooth. The trigger's excellent, and very, very simple trigger mechanism. So, yeah, that's all I've really got to say about it. Highly recommend it. You know, if you do want a rifle that you can swap barrels and shoot 22 Magnum and 17 HMR, then yeah, you can't go wrong. Really, they are super made rifle. Really, highly recommend them. So on that note, I'll see you later.